Hello and welcome to an album a day, day 241, winding down the last few albums of my vinyl collection. Today we are talking about Firefall and the album The Best of Firefall. Now, nice cover. Here's what's interesting. This was originally released in 1981, and this version is a recent reissue, 2022, of their Best of album. This particular one is not on Discogs. However, there is another version that is basically the same. So the difference being is that this one is a red vinyl, beautiful red vinyl, and the other one is a translucent blue. I'm not able to find this one, but the translucent blue, same year, same setup, same cover, everything. Interestingly, though, this is Friday Music and not Atlantic, but look at that label. I mean, that label is Atlantic. So I don't know if they changed their name, got bought out, what's going on with that, but that definitely is the Atlantic label. But it's a really nice vinyl. Sounds really good. This I got brand new. It was one my dad found, thought I would like. It actually is pretty good. They're not a band that I would really follow. I mean, they're good. I like them, but like 3 songs in, I'm like, okay, I'm done with their sound. It's just too much the same thing over and over. But opening up with You Are the Woman, that is a great song. I really like that one. Side B, we moved to Just Remember I Love You, Strange Way, Cinderella, and we close out with Staying With It. Really good song. Side 2, we moved to Goodbye I Love You, Headed for a Fall, So Long, Love That Got Away, and Mexico. And here is the back of the album. I feel like I'm doing things all crazy and out of order today, but I like this front. There's been a couple of different versions of that as it was originally released. This is like a nice digital recreation of it. Obviously, since it's brand new, this is in mint condition. Yeah, just a generic sleeve on the middle, but it's pretty good stuff. Not something I would play a whole lot, maybe once a year, only because, like I said, they're one of those bands that's like there's nothing wrong with them, but it's like Crosby, Stills, and Nash. They have a pretty specific sound. Mamas and the Papas have a pretty specific sound, but I really like the sound of the Mamas and the Papas, so I tend to, I would be okay listening to like an entire best of, probably want to hear it again right after. This, not so much. There's nothing wrong with it. It just isn't my taste. I mean, the songs are okay, but the sound is just a little too much of that same sound for me. But it is a pretty good album. If this is your stuff, I would definitely recommend listening to it. Now, I am looking down here, and so while this is Friday Music, I do see the Atlantic logo down here. So I don't know if they're a subsidiary, if they're one that is like a, I don't know, maybe they handle just certain projects, certain territories. Maybe they're a write-off company. I mean, God only knows these days what you're dealing with. But I like that they kept the Atlantic label because obviously that was heavily recognizable. I want to say the first album I had on the Atlantic label was Genesis Abacab, but I could be wrong. That's an early one that I certainly remember, though, and they put out a lot of great music. I mean, fuck, it's Atlantic, for crying out loud. But we've only got a few albums left. Let me look at my list here. It looks like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more days worth of albums. I will not have Rapture of the Deep by the time that is over, but I do have one on the way, so that gives us, well, that's already included in that list. And I'm not sure I'm going to have it because it's been 5 days since I ordered it and it has not shipped. So that might be one I have to bounce back to a little bit later as I get into the 45s. But yeah, guys, it's been quite a journey going through my collection. I mean, it's really a lot. I didn't realize I collected so much vinyl, but every one of them that I bought or was gifted to me obviously has some value or some meaning to me. Some of them, especially like Black Sabbath's Born Again, where I was able to get a original pressing. Pretty important on that. Anyway, that is our episode for today. I hope you guys are having a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I do have a very special episode of the Haskin Cast podcast. Nice interview. I don't do a lot of interviews right now, but I did an interview yesterday with a wonderful author. Cannot wait for you guys to check that out. It'll be at 1:01 a.m. Eastern time. It'll come out, or it'll actually come out tonight at what is that, 10:01 p.m. LA time. So check that out, and then 2 more episodes of Smoke on the Podcast before the weekend comes. So you guys have a great day. Check it out. Firefall, the best of Firefall. Cheers.